Okay, get Cassius free. Wait. Whoa. Hold it. He's yelling behind us. Cassius Clay, wait, come here. Yeah. And I'm sex on enlistment, and I just turned 22 years old. I must be the greatest. I told the world.
Too much confidence.
All right, he had too much confidence there. Lifting Clay up. Where is he making that speech? Over in the neutral corner. Get him back here, or get him over there if you can. He's throwing kisses.
Back to the time of slavery, black people had been dehumanized to be seen as animals. This view of black people is what led the white society to be more accepting of black people into the athletic world.
At that time, this had to be in my school, just at that time. Yeah, probably it had to be baseball. Robinson would be one. The other one was anybody that followed boxing was another admiration by many white guys. Not just me, but many of them. They followed them athletically, but the boxing industry was just teeming with young black men coming up, and the only reason they were coming up is they were beating everybody. They were very talented, number one. In my own experience, same thing. I mentioned we went to school. I had two young black boys came into the class. They were the only first two ever in Holy Cross. And the reason they came in was primarily they were there on an athletic scholarship. Both were track stars. And we didn't look up to them. We just made them part of the team. They became part of the team. They were good, but they were competing against fellow blacks in other schools. So, but they weren't that good. I mean, meaning that they were, if we ran track against somebody up in New England or any school, whether it was Philadelphia, which we did, they competed, but they were not as successful as you would hope. And as far as the relationship, most of the guys know each other.
The white community felt that black athletes tended to help their winning records. White society encouraged and tolerated racial advancements in certain regards only if it helped further the needs and desires of the white community.
Such as Muhammad Ali, he furthered the stereotype of black athletes as he was confrontational, angry, and very physical.
Starting in the 1940s and continuing through the 1960s, the stereotypes and acceptance of black athletes has continued to perpetuate these stereotypes today. Stereotypes of black athletes as being innately better at sports than almost any other race still exist today. Do you believe that stereotypes still exist in sports today?
Yes, I think that there are definitely stereotypes in sports. Black people tend to be portrayed as like the most athletic, and regardless of the sport, and if they're from another country, or yes. And then white people tend to be portrayed more as like the face of the franchise. So I think it's interesting to see how race plays into that, and it's like if you're a black person, you're just assumed that you're good at sports.
Do you believe that stereotypes still exist in sports today?
Yeah, I do. I feel like, it goes a lot with, basically the recruitment process and where people are placed, because even if it's not a conscious decision to, integrate stereotypes of different peoples and demographics, it must be in some sort of unconscious or subconscious, driving force or bias to, associate a certain habit or characteristic with a certain group of people. And I still think it's very much existent today in sports.